After the rhythm of worship and holy days in Leviticus 23, Leviticus 24 brings the focus back to the tabernacle itself, the sacred space where God's presence dwelt among his people. Here the Lord gives instructions about the lampstand, the bread of the presence, and a sobering incident that reveals the holiness of his name. The Lord spoke to Moses, saying, "Command the Israelites to bring you clear oil of pressed olives for the light so that the lamps may be kept burning continually." Inside the holy place stood the golden lampstand, with 7 branches of light that burned day and night before the veil of the most holy place. The priests were to keep it fueled with the purest olive oil. No smoke, no mixture, only light. This light symbolized the everlasting presence of God, and pure, steady, and eternal. As long as the lamp burned, it declared that God was with his people, watching over them through every night. It also represented Israel's calling to be a light among the nations, reflecting the holiness of their God in a dark world. And it pointed forward to Jesus Christ, who said, "I am the light of the world." Just as the priest tended the lamp daily, so we as his people are to keep the flame of faith alive, fed by the oil of the Holy Spirit. Next, God gave instructions for the bread of the presence, also called the showbread. Take fine flour and bake 12 loaves using 2/10 of an ephah for each loaf. Arrange them in 2 rows, 6 in each row, on the pure gold table before the Lord. Each Sabbath, the priests placed 12 fresh loaves before the Lord, representing the 12 tribes of Israel. These loaves symbolized fellowship, God's provision and his continual covenant with his people. The bread remained before him all week, and then the priest ate it in the holy place, sharing in communion with God. Every detail spoke of relationship: the light, God's presence with his people; the bread, God's provision for his people. Together they pointed to Christ, the light of life and the bread of life, who sustains us with his presence and fills us with his grace. Then suddenly the tone of the chapter shifts. A dramatic event interrupts the calm of worship. A man, the son of an Israelite mother and an Egyptian father, got into a fight with another Israelite in the camp. In anger, he blasphemed the name of the Lord and cursed. The people seized him and brought him to Moses, waiting for God's judgment. Then the Lord spoke, "Take the blasphemer outside the camp. All those who heard him are to lay their hands on his head, and the entire assembly is to stone him. Say to the Israelites, anyone who curses their God will be held responsible. Anyone who blasphemes the name of the Lord is to be put to death." This moment was severe, but it revealed something vital: the holiness of God's name. To curse his name was to despise his presence, to reject the very one who gave them life, light, and blessing. God's name is not just a label. It carries his nature, his authority, his covenant. That's why Jesus taught us to pray, "Our Father in heaven, hallowed be your name." After this judgment, God reminded the people of principles of justice. Whoever took a life must pay with life. Whoever caused injury must make it right. Fracture for fracture, eye for eye, tooth for tooth. This law was not vengeance but restraint, ensuring justice was fair, measured, and equal. The chapter ends with obedience. They took the blasphemer outside the camp and stoned him as the Lord commanded Moses. It's a solemn conclusion, reminding Israel that holiness cannot coexist with contempt for God. The same God who gave light and bread, symbols of grace and presence, also defends the honor of his holy name. Leviticus 24 balances mercy and reverence. The lampstand and bread show God's nearness. The punishment for blasphemy shows his holiness. Together, they teach that fellowship with God is sacred, not casual but consecrated. For believers today, this chapter calls us to honor God's presence, walk in his light, feed on his word, and revere his name. As the psalmist said, "Holy and awesome is his name." And as Jesus fulfilled all of this, we now carry that holy presence within us, temples of the living God bearing his name with honor. Next comes Leviticus 25, where God reveals the beautiful laws of rest and renewal, the Sabbath year and the year of Jubilee, pictures of restoration and freedom in his grace.